everybody, it's Dr. Joe and Bear, and today we're going to show you some stretches and exercises for glute strain. So we're going to start out with the stretches, and then we'll go into some exercises lying down, and then at the end we'll do some harder ones standing up. You ready? Let's do it! Let's do it! Disclaimer alert, disclaimer alert. The first stretch is going to be a single knee to chest stretch. Bend up both knees and then pull up the one that you want to stretch. Grab underneath your thigh here. Some people like to grab on top of the knee and pull up, which is fine, but if you happen to have any knee issues, this is a much better way to do it. So just pull your knee towards your chest as far as you comfortably can, and you should feel a stretch here in your glute muscles. So hold that stretch for about 30 seconds, and after you get that stretch on that side, I would stretch both sides. You give a little break to that side, and then come up and stretch this side as well, just to kind of keep things even. And if you've been working one side, compensating, it's going to be a little sore as well, even if it's not the injured side. So 30 seconds doing 3 on each side, just pulling up towards you. If you don't have any knee issues, some people like this a little bit better because you can get a little bit more of a stretch. The next one is going to be a glute stretch in the figure 4 position, but sitting up. You can do it lying down, but this one gets the glutes a little bit better. So take the side that you want to stretch and cross the ankle just above the knee here. So you make that figure 4 position. Bring the heel up a little bit. That'll give a little pull, and then lean forward into the leg, and you should feel that stretch right through there. So again, holding that stretch for about 30 seconds and then relaxing. If you're just going to do one side, give yourself about a 10-second break in between, but I really like if you have time to stretch both sides because everything's connected there. So stretching 30 seconds on each side 3 times. Then you're going to come down and roll over onto your stomach. Now you're going to start some of those exercises. So this one is pretty simple and it's kind of silly. You might not want to do it around other people, but it's just a glute squeeze. And so basically you're just squeezing your booty muscles together. Hold that for about 3 to 5 seconds and then relax. You can do it sitting in a chair. You can do it actually lying on your back. It's just easier for you to see what I'm doing if you're rolled over onto your stomach. And then you have a little bit more movement in those booty muscles. So again, squeezing nice and tight, kind of like if you have to go to the bathroom and you're trying to hold it. 3 to 5 seconds. And then relax. So do that about 10 times. You should really feel them squeezing together. If you have a strain in those glutes, it might be uncomfortable. So just squeeze as much as you comfortably can, but you don't want it to be painful while you're doing it. You might want to have some tension in there and slightly uncomfortable, but it shouldn't be just plain painful while you're doing it. And then once you can hold it for about 3 to 5 seconds pretty easily, then you can start holding it a little bit longer, holding it for 10 seconds and then doing 5 of those. After you get all of those done, then you're going to kind of relax down. Make sure your head is supported. I'm going to bring it up just so I can talk to you, but while you're doing it, you want to be nice and relaxed. And so sometimes if you take the pillow and just place your forehead on it so you have room here to breathe, that's the most comfortable way to do it. You can do it propped up on your elbows as well, but if you have some back issues, this is a little uncomfortable for people. So make sure you get the upper part of your body nice and relaxed so you can focus on your legs. So getting those booty muscles going, you're going to tighten up the leg that you want to exercise. So lock it out, try and keep that knee as straight as you can. And if you pull up your toes, that will help. And then you're just going to lift that leg. It doesn't have to be high, and then slowly come back down. But you don't want to roll those hips when you come up. So you don't want to do this because that's taking out the glute work. So just keep it nice and straight, a little lift, and come back down. So just start off with about 10 of these. You can work your way up to 15, 20, 25. If you get to 25 and they're pretty easy, you can add a small ankle weight on there. Then the next one is in the same position, but this time you're going to bend at your knee, and then the bottom of your foot is going to point up towards the ceiling. And so this time, you're just going to raise your thigh off the ground. Same thing with this. You don't want to roll your hips to get your leg up. So it doesn't have to go high, You really want to keep those hips down on the floor and just lift that leg up as high as you comfortably can, and that's going to activate those glute muscles. So again, just start off with about 10. If you get up to that 20, 25 and it's really easy and you're not super sore the next day, then you can start adding some small ankle weights to it. Again, if you can, I do both sides, but if you're in a hurry, you don't have to. So now the final exercises are going to be standing up. The next set of exercises are going to be a 4-way hip standing. So if you have a little bit of balance issues, make sure you're holding on to something like a chair or a countertop. With these exercises, you definitely want to do both sides, because when you're standing on one side, you're doing stability type stuff, and then you're moving the other side doing dynamic type stuff. So you want to alternate back and forth, because if I'm working my left leg, if that's where the strain is, I'm doing movement this way, and then I'm switching, and now I'm stabilizing. So you're working both sides, both ways on each side. So make sure you do both for this one. Keep your leg nice and straight. Pull your toes up, that helps lock that leg out, and keep your upper body nice and straight. So try not to lean when you're doing these. You want your upper body to basically not move at all. So again, if you need something to hold on to, that's fine. But once you get to the point where you're not holding on, you really need to be doing the movement at the hips, because that's going to help strengthen that area there. So toes up, leg locked out. Doesn't have to be a big kick, but you're just going to kick forward and then a little bit to the back. So it's going to be this way and then a little bit of a kick that way. So make sure you're not leaning forward when you're kicking back. This part pretty much stays in one spot, just kicking back and forth. So again, start off with about 10 and then switch sides. So now my glute muscles have to stabilize so I don't fall over. So it's working the muscles differently, but it's working both sides. So keeping that leg nice and straight, doesn't have to be a big kick, going front to back. Whew. Then you're going to do a side to side kick. Same thing. You want to pull up your toes to lock out that leg, but try and keep your toes forward the whole time. A lot of times people want to kick out this way, but that changes the muscles that you're moving. So try and keep your toes forward. And when you go out, almost lead with your heel and then come back across your body. So see if you're a little bit off balance, make sure you hold on to something and then kick and then come back across. But still try and keep the upper body, whoa, pretty stable. And then going back and forth. Starting off with 10 on one side, then switching, so now this side has to stabilize, and kicking out and across. If these get easy, you get doing 20, 25, and it's no problem, then you can add a little ankle weight. And so the last exercise is probably the hardest one. It works the glutes the most, so you probably don't want to start off doing this. This is something that you want to gradually build up to, and then when it doesn't hurt anymore, you're not having any pain, this helps strengthen those glute muscles. And it's just a simple lunge. So foot in the front, foot in the back. Try and keep your toes in a forward position. And when you go down, try not to let that knee go in front of your toes. So you're really just going in a downward position. So straight down and then back up. You don't have to go all the way to the floor, but eventually you want to get pretty close. So if you need a little box or something under there as a target, you can use that, but you don't have to. You can just start here and do a little one, and then eventually go all the way down to where you're just tapping the floor very lightly. And again, do about 10 or so, switch sides, keep those feet forward. You don't want that foot out in the back, you want it forward, and then you're just going down and up, just working those glutes. Come here, good boy. You gonna sit down? Yes, good boy. Hey, yep, come on back. That's good. That's good. So there you have it. Those are your stretches and exercises for glute strain in case you hurt that booty. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. If you'd like to help support our channel, click up here. And don't forget to subscribe by clicking down here. And remember, be safe, have fun, and I hope you feel better soon.